before the creature is fully expired, because he hits the ground and says in kind of an offended, weak voice, surprised and offended, and to which he said he says the music is too pretty. It's not fair. Just before he dies, and so the reason I'm saying this is because Ola, is there anything you want to say or do before the thing is completely dead?
This is what happens when you lie about a person that I love.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Not a person, the person I love.
Excellent. Would you like to take a peek at that lock of hair?
Yes.
It's hers.
Okay. I add it to my already existing locks.
Oh, I see. Okay. Uh-huh.
How many locks do you have?
That's right. Exactly.
I wanted
They're
to
all from the
ask a
same
question.
girl, right? Because that's disturbing.
Do we see and hear this exchange?
Yeah.
Yes, he's
Yes.
being quite public
Yes,
about it. Yes.
I'm being very public about it, and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm calmly not asking Ola if who she is and if it's okay to ask.
Okay. As I said, she's a person that I hold very close to my heart, and since you already asked and I answered it, I guess it's okay. But yeah, and these demons, I say, trying to sound very experienced. They always try to hit you where
Mm-hmm.
you are the weakest. Sure, but this worries me a bit, I must say.
If they have her, we will take care of them. There is
Yes.
no they. I don't believe they have her, but if they have her, we need to take care of them.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, because that's what you're being paid for, to rescue girls on the mountain. That's right. Okay. So, excellent. Now, so proceeding further up the road is not so bad. It's fine, really. But the frost is not going away as the sun rises. The wind is too cold across the mountain, and so especially in areas where the wind can reach the ground constantly, you can tell that in some places you are actually seeing pockets of light snow. What else can I say about the trip up? Well, only as you proceed that the twists and turns, you go around the sides of the low hills, and then you go up a ways and around another, and you are really onto the flanks of Mount Fuji now. So that means you can't really see the village that you are in, except perhaps sometimes as you go around. And it takes some hours, but you are considerably far away. You can look down and see the countryside is looking blurry.
But if I really look,
oh, that's right.
What do I see?
Right. That's correct. Are you looking out?
Yeah, I'm looking out. Like, is there any are we kind of stepping into another reality, or is the
I see what you mean. No, you can still see the outer world quite well. That's fine if you stop and look. but you will see that you will see a few things that might be a little bit disturbing. For
Yes.
example, one of the things that you will see is that the wildlife, the animals and birds, are doing strange things. There are only 2 or 3 examples that you can see. At one point, you see a pack of cats near the village, because you have these amazing eyes, right? And you can see that near the village there is a stray dog that is running around, and a pack of cats appear and take it down like a bunch of hyenas. I don't know. Hyenas are on my
Mhm.
mind for some reason, and so they take down this dog, and it's the weirdest thing. Even cats don't do that. That's a strange thing to do. So the animals, you can see a lot of the animals and things. Again, there are not many examples to pick. Another one is an owl that is pacing you. You can see it's not directly above you, but you realize it has been flying behind your group, but continues to be close to the group. I mean, if it's following you effectively. Sometimes it just sits on a branch
Mm.
like owls do.
Daytime?
Uh-huh. Well, there are daytime owls. This one is not, and is kind of a strange owl to be seeing at daytime, especially tracking humans like this. And fukuro is the Japanese name for owl. This particular fukuro is sort of famous. It's a nice, pretty brown orange color with extremely shocking, large, deep red eyes. And
When I see all these things, I kind of I don't keep it to myself.
okay,
I'm kind of more or less like just subject objectively like telling it what I see.
mm-hmm.
So
I'm tempted to tell the rest of you that Tagachi has obviously gone insane and is babbling about something or other, but that's up to you.
I mean the things in the village. I don't care if they.
You're kind of like, I see the cats. They are doing this, and you're like,
no, but yeah.
Oh, good for
Yeah.
you. Nice kitty.
But when it comes to the owl, they can actually see it. I mean,
no, they cannot. It's your eagle eyes that are spotting this.
So
it's not.
So if I'm,
you have to point. If you point,
dot?
yeah. If you point to it, then for at least this time, somebody can say, "Oh yes, look, that's an owl. How strange." That's true.
Yeah.
But it's not very close. It's out of a fair bow shot, for example.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, I think we're being followed and being watched by that owl, and just like considering what happened to the monk, it's probably not that strange with an owl following us.
That's right.
So,
we just saw a weird guy with a neck, so.
Yeah. So.
Anybody who wants to be followed? Because I'm thinking of splitting the party.
What would you like to do?
I'm thinking whether I could attempt to get closer to the owl by waiting while everybody else is continuing.
The problem
maybe
is
not in plain sight, because I would very much like to take a shoot at it.
Mm-hmm.
The problem
I hate it to be followed.
Sorry, Max,
the problem
go ahead.
is if it's a demon, then it might attack, and then like the monk, for example.
Yes, but you saw how that demon was not very powerful. We had no problem at all with that. So how big? I think it's an interesting and good idea. I'm all for it, Osama. You can stay behind. What do you want? What's your suggestion about what do we do?
Just continue. If it doesn't get close enough, I'll follow you.
All right.
If it does get too close, you'll realize it.
I will probably see you.
If we're gonna do this, let me suggest that Kisaraga and Ito goes, because if something happens, you can play your flute, and we will probably hear it.
That
And
makes sense.
And then
I think if we take, I think I will, if I know where you're hiding or where you're standing, and we're going on a path where you will be visible to me, I can see you also. And I think the purpose of this is to kind of kill the owl, right? And
I was actually, if I can, if we go up further, I can run down the mountain, and you with your arrows can still shoot.
it's just a fucking owl. Just
Yeah,
if you manage to kill it, if you don't see the owl, and if and whatever, and you don't, then we will wait for you. Like, so we won't go very far away. This is like one. If you succeed, you succeed. If you don't, so we can kind of go for like 10 minutes or something like that, and then if you don't see the owl, if you don't succeed with that, we will wait for you. Or if there is any commotion that we see, we will come back to you. That's, I mean,
let's do that.
yeah. What can happen? And it's an owl.
The two of you will go further up the road, and then the two are waiting. Is that correct? Or is it just Ito-sama by herself? I was a little confused.
That's up to Kisaragi-sama.
Okay. So
He didn't say whether he liked the idea somebody had.
I don't really like it because together we are strong. We are stronger.
mhm.
But I mean, I will follow you. If you know it's 3 against me, I will just do. I will
I
go.
don't ask anybody to stay with me.
That's.
No,
I think it's
I-
not safe. I think it's
I think
not
it's-
safe.
I
Then-
think it's safe as long as we are at least two together.
I think we're really exaggerating this. So I'm getting restless.
And then
and
it becomes a fucking
the-
dragon. Then it
That's
becomes the
right.
dragon to kill us.
Yes, then you can go back and kill the dragon. We have a mission, and there's other things. So stay, and I will. What?
Me and
I
Ola
keep a
will
watch.
keep
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. I will. No more discussion. I'm going now.
Oh, right.
But
So
I'm
Yes.
following Ola.
okay. As the owl as it continues now, the two of you who are waiting for the owl, the only thing you really saw when Kisaragi pointed, you could tell there was some kind of bird there, and here he is talking all about he's practically telling you the age of the owl, or it's like whether it has a white feather or something. It's very precise. And so the two of you have only really seen that there is some kind of bird. So only by watching very carefully can you actually tell that it is changing position and coming closer to you. Sometimes it just disappears into some branches, and you have to wait and wait, and then you will see it again, and it's much closer. So after about half an hour, you will be able to be sure that he's right, that he wasn't just making this up. This thing really is coming closer. But about the time when you are thinking, all right, the next time it's going to take an arrow. So just about the time when you're like, all right, let's get this arrow ready. It's on its way. Its voice, in the voice of an owl, in the call of an owl, its little whistling, hooting call, has words in it. And the words say to you, aren't you afraid? He is afraid. Can you feel his fear? Can you feel it? All of you fear. All of you fear something. And the weakness that comes through you, the weakness that goes through your body when you hear this is very profound, very much as though somebody has just turned your muscles to water. So if you want to collapse and simply have a breakdown here in the road, you can. But if you don't and try to do something about it, you can't see the owl at this point.
But I can hear it?
But you can hear it. If you don't want to collapse and die of fright, then maybe you should roll some dice.
See, it didn't turn into a dragon.
Yes! Yes!
But I'm
It speaks. Dragons speak in Japanese culture, if I'm correct. Some of them. Maybe it doesn't this one.
We will see. All right, so what are we doing? I understand a bow shot is coming, is my guess from and then from Nathan, what are you going to do?
I don't have a bow. I can't do much. I'm just going to play music.
More music. Okay.
I love it. Oh, this bottom.
Well,
Play an
music in
old
this
theme.
case is not the most insane thing to do because it worked against the other magical creature, and this thing is obviously, mystic as well. So the key here is what can you do to be with your dice. This is kind of interesting. You can do what you want with your dice, but it's not going to have an offensive capability. It will be defensive only. I have a plan of how this is going to work.
Oh,
So therefore, use your dice as normal, but and tell me what you want to do.
I'm just going to try to, I don't know, distract the owl, maybe to help for like a shot, which means that I'm just going to roll a die and pick the best.
Got it. Okay, so the two of you roll your dice, and I will roll mine.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because 3 may have a chance to help you.
Yes. So what do you get, Helma?
I get a 2.
And you have a 3. Is that correct, Nathan?
A 4.
Nathan have a 4.
Okay. So this is actually quite good for you because the voice stops and the fear goes away,